Boy Kills World was fucking awesome. I've been excited to see this movie since the first trailer came out. A wacky, comedic action film starring Pennywise actor Bill Skarsgard, with voiceover work by H. John Benjamin, you know, Bob fucking Burger, that's also produced by Sam Raimi? From the second this film started, I knew I was gonna enjoy it. For starters, the action was incredibly entertaining. Kinda like John Wick on speed. My eyes were glued to the screen as the insanity built in every fight scene. The gore was visceral and disgusting, but wildly entertaining. Watching boys slice people with a cheese grater got to me though. I was wincing constantly while watching. The chaos was beautiful and is the type of shit that I love to see. This movie feels like one big video game. Whether it's boy single-handedly taking down large groups of enemies, him picking up and exchanging random weapons on the go, or the legit boss fights he's dealing with, the entire film feels like a video game. However, some fight scenes feel a little too chaotic. Occasionally the action is chopped together with a bunch of different quick cuts and it becomes really difficult to focus on what's happening. It's like whoever was in charge of editing used every single take they could when they were putting these scenes together. Thankfully though, it doesn't happen often and is something I can write off as a nitpick. I also love the way the camera was utilized. These creative techniques added a lot to the sporadic nature of the film. I'm a big fan of Bill Skarsgard's performance. Not only did he absolutely crush it when it came to the fight scenes, but he did an excellent job physically portraying his emotions through his face and body language. I'm also a big fan of HJB doing the voiceover for Boy's inner monologue, although it seems some people like his inclusion a lot less than I do. About a year prior, when the film premiered at the Toronto International Film Festival, Skarsgard was the original one behind the voiceover. If Boy Kills World was a little more grounded in reality, Skarsgard's voice would have been perfect, but I really enjoyed the way HJB's voice added to the fun of the character. Some other names I'd like to throw in there are Jessica Roth and Andrew Koji. Jessica Roth impressively did exactly what Bill Skarsgard did, and no one seems to be talking about it. This is her in Happy Death Day, and this is her after training and bulking up for Boy Kills World. God damn, they both went through intense physical transformations. I really enjoyed her performance in this film. She seems like the only character that doesn't want to deal with anyone else's bullshit. Andrew Koji played Basho, who's definitely one of my favorite supporting characters in anything ever. He made me laugh a lot, and I'll never forget this hell of an entrance.
Basho? I'm a fucking goat, mate!
I thought the comedy balanced pretty well with the tone of this movie. I only found it tonally confusing in really specific circumstances, like Benny's death, for instance. It's established earlier in the film that Boy can't read Benny's lips because he has a beard, which doesn't make any sense because we know what characters are saying when they aren't even looking at Boy, but when Benny talks we still have no idea what's happening because Boy can't read his lips. Anywho, when Benny's dying, the film treats it like a serious moment, up until he starts talking, when it yet again does the bit where Boy doesn't know what he's saying. So then, I'm confused. Am I supposed to laugh? Or feel sad, which is exactly my point. It's not a huge issue, but it's something that definitely stuck with me after I finished the film. The last thing I'd like to talk about is the twist. I don't know if I'm a huge fan of the way it was executed. After the whole film unfolds in front of our eyes, we find out that Hilda Vanderkoy, the woman who killed Boy's family, is actually his mom, and the shaman that trained Boy to kill her was once one of her past victims. So the shaman abducted Boy, drugged him, made him forget who he was, and trained him to be the ultimate killing machine. I just feel like it comes out of nowhere, but there were clues sprinkled throughout the whole movie. The more I let it sit with me, the more I'm okay with it, but I still have a problem with the execution. They just drop a bomb on you and then explain it really quickly. Although Hilda didn't kill Boy's family, she's still a piece of shit because she killed the shaman's family and countless others. But the shaman's a piece of shit because he abducted a young boy, roofied him, and stripped him of his childhood. He also cut off Boy's tongue and permanently damaged his ears. So instead of this scene eliminating one of the antagonists, we gain one, because Hilda thinks that Boy is too far gone and the shaman never gave a shit in the first place. In the 6 minutes it's revealed, it was a lot to take in. I definitely wish the twist was handled a little bit better. Overall, I fucking loved Boy Kills World. Other than a couple nitpicks, I really enjoyed my time. I've never seen a movie quite like it, and I'd love to see more.
Probably was, expecting a showdown, huh? Classic.